Hi guys, and welcome to the AFC Wimbledon vs Sunderland match review. Now of course we did manage to get ourselves a 2-1 win, but there was so much more to this game than meets the eye. It wasn't your typical 2-1 win. Now in the last game against Gillingham I said that they were the sort of biggest threat that we've seen so far, but to be fair to Wimbledon, they were a completely different beast. They top it now because they absolutely battered us, in all fairness. First half in particular, you know, they were a very, very physical side, and I think because we are getting used to this sort of style of play that we're playing, you know, pretty football, little triangles, keeping the ball on the ground. When you're playing a side like Wimbledon, where I think their shortest player was 6'4", probably exaggerating a tiny bit with that, but in all fairness, when the players walked on the pitch, it looked like Space Jam. If you can remember the film Space Jam, you know, it was the Looney Tunes, Michael Jordan playing basketball, and they were up against these massive 15-foot monsters. Yeah, that's basically what it was like. But yeah, when you are playing a pretty physical side like that, and you want to play this pretty football, it's very, very difficult to make it work because they close you down quick, they hit you hard, and you have no time on the ball, and players who aren't more sort of physically strong, it's a very, very difficult game for you to get your foot on the ball and play your football. The likes of Madger in the first half, you know, was completely isolated when he was getting the ball. He was getting shoved off it way too easily. Our midfield, they were non-existent in that first half in particular, and they just looked so threatening. Wimbledon, it was mainly Route 1 football, but we couldn't deal with that at all, just lumping balls up top, and they had such physical players waiting for the ball in the final third, and we just weren't handling it whatsoever. And by the time it got to half time, it could have easily been 2 or 3-0 Wimbledon, but they only managed to get the one goal, and to be fair, it was a very good one as well, a very good volley, very good connection, and we were deservedly 1-0 down. And now I think at this point, I thought this is the biggest test for Jack Ross. What is he going to do? How is he going to react to a game where we're deservedly losing and it looks like it's going to get worse? What changes are you going to make? Is it going to be a tactical change? Is it going to be formation change? You know, something like that. And what he did, he brought Louvens off. By the way, we did play the same team, the same lineup as the previous game. So yeah, he brought Louvens off and brought Ozturk on. And you know, that could either have gone one way or the other. That could have either been a moment of madness or a stroke of genius. And I think it was the latter, because Ozturk, you know, he didn't do himself, you know, any harm with the performance he gave when he did come on. And I think that gave him, or will give him, a massive confidence boost, because the last time we saw him, he made that horrendous error in the League Cup against Sheffield Wednesday, and a lot of people have slated him. You know, rightly so, I suppose, for the mistake he made. But other than that, he hasn't been too bad. Obviously, he looked a bit shaky in the first half against Charlton. He has room for improvement, which I'm sure Jack Ross is aware of. But he does have something different in the back line in comparison to other players. He is a very physical player himself. He's sort of a no-nonsense defender. He's not great with his feet, we know this. But I think that suited this game a lot better. So he brought Ozturk on, and I think, like I say, it'll do him loads of confidence, because he'll be more than aware of the sort of criticism that he has got. And then to go into a game like this, where it was arguably our worst performance so far, and then he ends up being on the winning side after being a goal down when he come on, that'll be a great confidence boost for him. So yeah, so at half time, Ozturk come on. 5 minutes later, we brought on McGeoch as well, and Oviedo. McGeoch, to be fair, it did improve things, only marginally. I'm not going to say that McGeoch come on and changed the game entirely, but he did look very good, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a massive Dylan McGeoch fanboy. He did have a very good game. I think, you know, he would have had like a 99% pass completion rate. And he looked very comfortable on the ball. He was very quick to move the ball as well. He was picking out the right passes. It was 9 times out of 10, it was a forward pass as well. He weren't just getting the ball, passing it backwards. He was trying to look for that decisive pass that would split Wimbledon, and would be just a pass out to the wings, or, you know, nicking the ball away and then just passing the ball on. He was very, very good at that, and because he was moving so quickly, whereas beforehand, in particularly home games, I suppose, we were used to so much time on the ball, and we're quite slow with it, and we take our time. We didn't have that sort of urgency on the pitch in the first half, and then when McGeoch come on, the urgency was there, and I suppose that shone through quite a bit, and he had a decent game. So maybe against the run of play, we managed to get ourselves an equaliser, and it's Cattermole who gets it. Ball's whipped in, Cattermole got his head on it. It was blocked, but it comes straight back to Cattermole, and he nicks it in at the near post. So it's 1-1 there. And at this point, I'm just hoping that we hold on. I'm not expecting a win whatsoever because, again, Wimbledon probably had the better of the second half. They had plenty of very, very good chances. Probably a penalty shout as well, where Oviedo, I think he handled it on the line. The Wimbledon fans were going mad behind the goal. It was bobbling or bouncing just towards the far corner. Oviedo's on the post, and it was at a very awkward height for him. You either head it or you go for it with your foot. But it's about here. It's almost about shoulder height, and because it come at him at a bit of speed, it was really difficult to kind of usher it away from the post. So he's kind of gone like that. Like it was probably around there, and he's gone like that and just kind of tapped it away from the post. Yeah, so they're very unfortunate in that sense, Wimbledon, as well as obviously the massive amount of chances that they did waste. But we did manage to get another one, and it's Cattermole again. Lee Cattermole, the man who I have slated plenty of times, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have as well. He's got it's a bit of a cracker actually. Maguire picks it up inside the box, but twisting and turning, dinks it across goal, and Cattermole he turns up late and he volleys it into that bottom corner, and it's a cracking finish as well, and it sends the Sunderland fans into absolute pandemonium. They're going absolutely mad. It's a brilliant day. We managed to hold on for the win, and it's 2-1. But what we can see from that performance, you know, and it's a bit cliche, but to win games that you're not playing particularly well in, that is a sign of a champion. It's a sign of champions. It is, and I'm not going to say that after 5 games, of course I'm not. But what I'm saying is the mentality that we've seen before with Sunderland, particularly in previous years, the words passion, grit, determination, I'd never in a million years associate those words with our squad, our club at all, because we were, you know, we were starving for those words. We were starving for those kind of players or people around the club, and we seem to have that now. You know, Gillingham, it weren't our greatest performance. It was very end-to-end. It could have been 4-4. It could have been 5-4 to Gillingham that game, but we still managed to get hold of the win, and we ended up winning 4-1. Wimbledon yesterday, we were ran off the park at times, yet we still managed to come away with a 2-1 win, and that's just absolutely excellent. It really, really is. So that was the game, and next up we do have Oxford, who I've watched a little bit as well. Oxford, to me, they don't look like anything too special. They just beat Burton. I think it was 3-1. 3-1, I think, before one. I think it was 3-1. But to be fair, Burton look absolutely horrendous. They look absolutely shocking at the minute. And particularly that game yesterday when they played against Oxford. They look really, really bad. So I don't know whether that was Burton making Oxford look good, or Oxford just simply were good. But Burton looked terrible as of right now. So I'm hoping, especially now we're back at the Stadium Light, we're making that a little bit of a fortress now. I know it's just 2 wins from 2 at the Stadium Light in the league anyway. But I think the lads, they have a bit more space, a bit more time on the ball. It's a very wide, bigger pitch at the Stadium Light, and they're starting to make it their own, and they're feeling at home at the Stadium Light, particularly the new players. So I'm hoping we can add another victory, because right now we're second in the league. Peterborough are currently top. They look very, very good, Peterborough, in my opinion. They do look good. I thought that they'd be up there come the end of the season. But yeah, that's it, guys. So it's a very, very good win. A lot of grit, a lot of determination, a lot of passion. And we've got it. And it's Cattermole who does it for us with a double. Jesus Christ, who would have thought it? But that's it anyway, guys. I'm absolutely buzzing. I hope you are as well. If you have enjoyed the video, please like it. It'd be massively appreciated. And subscribe if you are new to the channel. Please do. There's a lot of you guys who I know you watch the channel, but you might not be subscribed. We're so close to 3,000 subscribers, and it'd literally mean the world to me if you know you are an occasional viewer and you haven't yet subscribed. Please do. So, for now, you take care and stay jamming.